What's up, Rosterbaiters? Welcome to Week 9 update. Week 9 kind of sucked. I spent some time drinking my beer. I got another beer on tap this week. It's called Celis White. Local brewery down here in Austin. Highly recommend it. It's a white Belgian. So I might be drinking a couple of those tonight during this broadcast here. By the way, my podcast's kind of taken off, professionally at least. I got invited to speak on a national podcast next month, which is kind of cool. I had the pre-podcast meeting today. I was not wearing this. I had my other face on. I gave that guy the link to my Chisholm Trail Pediatrics podcast. I did not give him the link to this podcast, or else I probably would have been invited, but pretty cool. Looking forward to that. So, yeah, this week sucked. Had the lowest median of any week this season. Only 3 players scored above 137 points or something. I was not one of them. I know I wanted to do some kind of live content tonight. I still want to do something like that. However, on YouTube, apparently you have to have 50 plus subscribers to go live on YouTube. Some kind of bullshit. I'm not going to be one of those podcast influencers. I just realized it's pretty cool. You're watching me watch you, watching me in my sunglasses. Y'all see that? That's pretty cool. It's just a little bright around here. All right, that Monday night game had me stressed out. I said some things. I did some things. My wife was not proud of me. I was yelling at Lamar Jackson all night. I was yelling at the Ravens offense. I was yelling at the coach. A little bit of a frustrating game. I do apologize for what I said during that football game. Y'all can see my shirt. Big Fresh came out on top. A huge game. Voodoo got screwed. PGB got lucky. And I lost my top spot in the table for the second time this year. This week, extremely top heavy. Like I said, 3 teams put up huge points. Everyone else did not do well. It's just crazy how one week we can have the largest median of the week, and then the very next week is the lowest median of the season. That is fantasy football, my friends. Anyways, if you hear some background noise, that's because we have the elections going on tonight. I don't give a shit who you vote for. I just think everyone should vote. If you have the ability and the right to do so, go do it. Actually, most of my friends do not share my political views, so guess what? We just don't fucking talk about political views. It's not that big of a deal. But I do have that going on in the background. We'll see who the big winners are tonight. I don't know how much it's going to influence mine or your lives, depending on what industry you're in or whatever. But if you voted, you did your part, and respect from me. Okay, enough political bullshit. Let's get into the games. I'm going to start a little bit unconventional. I'm not going to talk about my game because my game just pissed me off. Congratulations, Jay Ever. Nothing against you. Just pissed off my team. So, let's talk about the big game of the week. Big Fresh against Voodoo, man. 206.1 to 212.75 points. The first time in league history where both teams put up over 200 points. Also, the first time in league history where someone scored 200 points and did not win. I know those two facts coincide with each other. I did that on purpose. However, Gerald's rule, both beating the median, saved Voodoo from a horrendous letdown. Because he was at least able to go 1-1 on the week instead of going 0-1, which would have been devastating for 206.1 points. So, all the players of the week were in this matchup. Voodoo, genius play, man, playing Justin Fields. He also had Devontae Adams go off. Big Fresh, he rocked 58-point Joe Mixon, Big Point Joe. And he had the highest tight end of the week in Dallas Goedert. Big Fresh had a 99.5% efficiency this week, which sounds incredible. But if you look at his lineup, he had 13 out of his 16 bench players either hurt or on bye. So he obviously should have been 100%, to be honest. Maybe he should have started Samaje Perine. But he also did it with only one quarterback. Well done. And that quarterback was 14-point Taylor Heineke. Obviously, Joe Mixon had a lot to do with his point total this week. But on the losing side, Higbee, tight ends are so important in this league. Higbee put up 0 for Voodoo. Ouch. But Justin Fields, like I talked about, Ken Walker, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, all put up massive numbers for their positions and elevated him over 200 points for the second time this season. Good game, fellas. Tough loss, Voodoo. At least you got credit for that median win, my man. Let's talk about the Cope Bowl. That's right. B-Man took the victory over his cousin, our commissioner, Gerald Zombie Jesus. This was the battle of the low teams and B-Man's first time to go 2-0 this season. Cheers, sir. All right. He had solid production from Christian Kirk, Alan Lazard, and Trevor Lawrence. Gerald did not have a single player go over 20 points, which is really embarrassing. Makes it hard to win when that doesn't happen. He did make the right move, and he sat 2 starting quarterbacks. That's just good skill right there. He just didn't have the players to win. But he made the right call on sitting the quarterbacks, playing his own league, knowing the scoring. Well done with that, but it didn't do you any good. You still went over 2 on the week. Beantown made Z-Man his bitch and blew him out. Biggest blowout of the week by far, and he kept Z-Man from nipping at my toes up there at the top of the table, so I at least appreciate that. Z-Man's big hitters were Waddle and JJ, his wide receivers, but when Josh Allen just scores mediocre, for his terms at least, but it really makes it difficult to win. He only played one quarterback as well, but it didn't pay off for him like it did Big Fresh. He may not have the services of Josh Allen going forward, but you know what he did? He was smart. What did he do? He has Case Keenum on his roster. He handcuffed the most important player on his team, which means he might be able to get 50% of his production next week if Josh Allen cannot start. So, does he play Case Keenum or does he play another skill player and utilize that skill? I don't know. We'll have to see. On the other side, Beantown seems to be sticking with Tom Brady, just like the Buccaneers are doing. He's winning. What are you going to do? He is surviving the Legends slump right now. He is surviving, hopefully, the last year of his career. But when Mahomes and Kelsey combine for damn near 70 points, it's hard to lose. Those two are going to keep Beantown in the top of the table until they retire. Well done, my friend. Well done. PGB got lucky and played the lowest point total of the week in You Are Dope. You Are Dope finally broke his 500 streak. No, I'm just kidding. Not in a good way. He fell to 8-10, while PGB climbed to 8-10, keeping his season alive. Dope had negative points from one of his quarterbacks. How embarrassing. Underwhelming performances from all of his players except for ETN and Cade Otton. So his young guns are the only ones showing up for him, while his veterans are crapping themselves in their adult diapers. Maybe we got to send them to the football nursing homes and just let the young guns do their jobs. PGB barely beat the median, but he was able to come out 2-0 this week. The reason was Mr. Cooper Kupp. And that's basically it. Ertz helped too. He did. He did. But his team as a whole is on the downslope still, I think. Pittman has no quarterback. I hate to say that because my old Longhorn buddy is running that team. And he's running that team right into the ground. This ain't the Big 12 anymore, Sammy. MVS is garbage and overrated, just like he was in that cold city of Green Bay. Speaking of, Aaron Rodgers is not MVP Aaron Rodgers any longer. Maybe him and Tom Brady need to just go take a retirement cruise, because neither of them seem to have the ability to throw a football or hold a woman anymore. Finally, the lowest point total of the season was in my game, at least for me. I allowed Jeever to climb to 7-11, and I lost the top spot for the second time this year. Going into Monday night, I was like, Lamar Jackson and Devin Duvernay, y'all can definitely put up 20 points. That's easy. No big deal. I thought it was going to be fun to watch. I thought I was going to be winning after halftime. But no. My other Longhorn, Devin Duvernay, decided to disappear. And Lamar Jackson forgot how to throw the damn ball. Then the Ravens started running the ball with that damn boy, Kenyon Drake. And they found success with that. So they kept on doing it. And he sniped 2 of my Lamar Jackson touchdowns at the goal line. So I ended up losing to Jay Ever. Props to you, brother. And the median by about 12 damn points. But it actually played a lot closer than that. Jay Ever was one of the teams that actually had 2 solid quarterbacks this week. Hurts and Tua, 2 solid young quarterbacks this week, which is why this team is trending up. Hurts and Tua, with the help of Big Dick Derrick Henry, were just enough to knock off the top-seeded team. So let's take a look at the table, my friends. My phone doesn't work with the glasses on, so I just got to do this to unlock it. That's the new iPhone 14 Pro. It's just another iPhone. What? All right, so Stay Swole has taken over the top spot. Well done, Big Fresh. You are number 1 at the table by points. We have a tied record. We're both 13-5, but you have about 160 more points on the season than I do. 1 game behind both of us is Beantown, last year's champ. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are keeping him climbing up that ladder. He is having a resurgence this year from where he was at the beginning of the season. So well done, Beantown, in the 3 spot. Voodoo, we know what happened with him. He went 1-1, and he's at 11-7, all by himself in the 4 spot, while Z-Man sitting at 5, but trending down. As is You Are Dope. He's at 6, so technically he's in the last spot needed to make the playoffs. But, like I said, his team is also trending down. PGB has won 4 straight. So he is actually trending up, and he has gone from 4-10 to 8-10 in the 7th spot, nipping at UR Dope's heels, and is only back by about 90 points. So that is significant. Beef Shower also trending up. He is at 7-11. And then we have our 2 Copes, which are both at 4-14. And at the bottom with Zombie Jesus having the lowest points in the league. Put that in perspective. Voodoo Dude has 1,583 points, and Zombie Jesus has 1,125 points. That is a 460 point difference. Hot damn. But Voodoo is still only in 4th place. All right, guys. I'm going to try and get something live going maybe in a couple weeks when I can give better notice and set it up more. I do want to get some people on one-on-one interviews through Zoom for the next time. I'll be shooting out a text to you. But we do want to get a live thing going on. At least get y'all involved in the chat. And I still also want to do a group Zoom, just hang out with everybody. But I want to get at least 60-70% participation involved. I'll try and get that going. Maybe Gerald can help me out with that since he knows everybody a little better than I do. Anyways, this is me, Lil'Shane, a.k.a. Dak Knight Rises. Signing off from the 2 spot. No longer at the number 1 spot, which is not very fun. It's okay. If you're watching the elections tonight, I hope who you're voted for wins, unless it's the person that I didn't vote for.